I haven't necessarily trained any differently than past years. I think the biggest difference has been how my life is off the bike, not having to manage the team, getting married in January, having the support of my wife Janice, having my business go well. All those little things have added up to letting me go to bed a little earlier, start my rides on time instead of having to cut them an hour short here and there, and just generally being happier. All those things add up to better recovery and better workouts and less stress. And so I think this is the normal me. This is how good I am. And the other years where I wasn't riding up to this level were years that I was suppressed for some reason because I was managing the team or managing everything else that happens off the bike. As much as having him as a director has been very helpful for me because it's a job that I didn't want, and not having to do that work and having him in a position where he can do all that work as a manager plus actually be in the car and at the manager's meeting, that's given me the freedom to focus on my racing, but it's also allowed the team to have amazing success at the stage races. That's not something you can't do that job and race bikes at the same time. It's not possible. So we couldn't, the team wouldn't be as successful as it is without Mike, and I wouldn't be riding as well as I am if we hadn't hired Mike. I won't say that I'm not nervous about it. I've been getting this question since May, Once people saw that I was riding well and it wasn't a fluke, people started getting excited for me for the cross season, and I'm still nervous about it, but I just finished a 4-week block of training, and I finished it off with 2 great rides here at Binghamton. So the fact that I'm not tired and I'm riding well again, I think I'm optimistic and I'm excited about it, but I don't want to get my hopes up too high. I suppose they're the same as always. I always want to win a race. I want to be good enough to consistently be in the top 10. I want to be a factor in the races. I don't want to just be riding around trying not to get lapped. I'm still putting a lot of effort into it, and there'll come a time where that would be an okay ride and appropriate, but right now I still am ambitious. I want to do well in the Vert Series for obvious reasons, but consistent top 10s, I'd like to get on the podium, and I definitely want to make sure I win at least one race. That would be great. I want to ride as well as I did in 2010 when I won the Vert Series. What people are missing is there really have never been cyclocross teams in the US. People have always run their own programs. And I think with the rise of Cannondale Cyclocross World and RAFA, people started to think that that was the standard. But those teams are very special, and the sport wasn't quite deep enough for that trend to necessarily continue. Cross is still very much about individual riders, and it takes a lot of money to support a single cross rider. One cross rider is essentially an entire team unto themselves. So I'm happy to see high-level riders putting together the sponsorship they need to look after themselves in the way they need. And then hopefully now that will be a launching pad to full squads. But, a cross team of 6 riders is a much bigger budget and harder to run than a road team of 6 riders. So much more equipment necessary. Yeah, so Adam Abramowitz at Kind Human has sort of been an advocate of mine for a while. I met him when he was at another company as a product rep for them, and got me some sponsorship there. And he's just been someone who's really understood my value and sort of believed in me and what I was doing for a long time. And when they launched Kind Human a few years ago, he'd always been like, hey, someday I'd really like to get you on my bikes. And so we've been talking about it for a while. And because I'm doing my own program this year, I had the freedom to change bike sponsors. I had some other offers, but with Adam, the bike is great. First of all, I was really happy with the bike, really excited about the geometry, material, the fact that I can ride a cantilever brake bike. It's everything that I wanted. But also his belief in me and their willingness to get behind me as their marketing program. It's very flattering, and it feels good to have a sponsor who really understands what you can do for them and values you, and I want to help their business grow as a result. It's a really good partnership. I'm really excited about it.